Welcome to this episode of Liberty Creek. And Jen and I are up here again, and it is cold in the cabin. It's probably like 40 degrees maybe.
Not even.
Not even. It is
37
Thir-
inside, 35 outside.
35 out, 37 in. All right, so what's going on? I seen a lot of people watch my last video, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Give me a little motivation, make another video real quick. Let me see if I can make it out the door with you. I gotta keep the door shut. Well, we just got up here a little while ago. The sun is out. This is awesome. Let's see what updates. Now, if you are a subscriber, you know you went to my Facebook page or my YouTube, and you seen my short. I did just put out a short, and basically it recaps or about everything I'm about to say to you. So basically, we just got up here. Everything's wet, everything's damp. It's pouring in Connecticut. We left Saturday because I can't do the Friday night drive anymore, especially in the dark. And we haven't been up here in 2 weeks. I needed to get up here. I want to let some of my subscribers down. But yes, the shed build is on hold. It's pretty much official now. I'm about 100% that it's on hold. And no, I don't need anybody's help to make it happen. It's just not happening because of the weather, the time, my work schedule, and I cannot do this by myself in the speed I would have to do it by myself in order to hopefully beat a snowstorm. So it snowed already 3 separate times since I was up here in the last 2 weeks. It totally covered all the ground at one point, and then it warmed up, thank God, a bit, and only a couple signs here and there that you could still see snow. The sun just popped out like full blast, thank God. As you can see, the trusses were delivered behind me. This guy driving this big flatbed truck came tearing down my driveway. I caught it on video. Busted in here. He pulled a little U. He backed it up, ripped up my grass over there, dropped them, and left. The guy was in and out in under 10 minutes. So it was pretty impressive. And you know, he tore up my grass. I thank you, whoever did that, because you went above and beyond. Drivers like that really, it's unheard of, people that will do things. Everyone usually just cries and complains. So many times I have shit dropped off here and it ends up by the street in the driveway. They put it in the wrong locations. This is the first delivery I've ever got from anywhere that actually put it exactly where I said and had to go through the trouble of opening the gate. I gave him the combination. He opened the gate. I would leave the gate open and people still would put it wrong. But anyway, yes, I know I cheated. I had my trusses made. It's just so much easier, but more expensive. I could definitely done this and save myself probably like $600 or so. But it's dropped. It's here. I don't have to worry about any of it, and it's all engineered correctly for the snow load and stuff like that. So that being said, as I said, it's not happening. The tarps are all good. Everything stayed on. Everything's protected. I am going to transfer those to the top of my platform, the base of the shed, and cover it with another tarp and just sit through the winter on it, on the project. Hopefully nothing gets damaged. And then early spring, I will pull it all open. I'll have absolutely everything to put it up, and I will go ahead and build the shed in a couple weeks. It will be up. I probably could do it right now in a couple weeks, but I just don't want the stress of worrying about the weather, the snow, and just the frustration of, you know, it may or may not go up, and just, you know, it's just easier. I definitely started this project way too late, and I know better. I don't know why I waited so late. I mean, I pulled a permit I have everything for it. The permit's still good. The permit's good. I think the permit's good for like an entire year, and then they have another year. They'll come back and check the measurements so they could tax the shit out of you. Yeah, so sorry about that, folks. I know a lot of people are looking forward to those episodes of building that shed, but they will come. They'll just come at a later time. The property looks very all the green is gone, you know, all the leaves, everything is gone. You can see through the trees very easily now. And if you're looking, you see my snowblower behind me. That one, the ripcord is broke and is no more. And now if you watch the short, I already said this, but I had the big snowblower that my longtime friend Jim, my old neighbor, gave me. And what happened was the governor, like, I don't know what happened, but it was definitely the governor got stuck open, and it revved the engine too high. It like froze, and I broke it off. But anyway, it revved the engine too high and blew it. So that was the good snowblower. That thing was awesome. I'm really disappointed it broke, and I would have to get a new engine. So I actually donated it to someone to fix it, and they let them worry about it. But I have this one here. This is from Pops. Thank you, Pops. This one here, Pops bought. He said it's too damn big for him. He has a small one from like 1912. No, he loves that one, but he bought a second small snowblower because he said he couldn't keep up with that one. He was running after it, and so he donated that to the cabin. So I have the Cub Cadet I have for my home in Connecticut is about the same size, and I have this one up here now from Pops. Gave it to his daughter and myself for the cabin in the woods. Thank you, Pops. Thank you. We'll put it to good use. Yeah, I'm so pissed about the shed because I really got stuff I need to put into it, but I think next year, mark my words. Now I know I always say I'm gonna get this done, and it doesn't happen. But eventually, it always does. Though eventually, it will get done. But I think next year, 2026, we're going to hit the ground running, folks. I mean, shed build, finishing up all the trim and stuff, floor in the cabin, and I'm going to start working on the property itself. And I will finally get that damn the porch up in the back porch, and we'll go from there. But what am I doing this short trip up to the cabin is I came up, believe it or not, here's your update of the EcoFlow Delta Pro. The update is I talked to tech support, I talked to their customer service, and they're taking it back. They're going to take it back, the main unit. They said that there is a problem with the unit, and they're going to repair it for me. No charge, still under warranty. You know, I just got that back from them. It's not my original one. This is the third time I sent back a unit. It is getting a little ridiculous. You know, I don't think I've had the units more than 3 years. Bundled up.
Yep.
Little girl. This little kid. She's like a little kid. All bundled up. Ready to build a snowman. All right, girl, let's go. Work to be done. My nose is running as always. All right, folks, so this is going to be our wood for the winter. We're only part-time off-grid, as you know, so we don't use that much. We had more last year. We had this one filled as well. We don't have enough. I should have cut more, and we didn't go through it all last year, so we may come close this year. If so, I'll be out in the snow cutting up more. It is all season. That tree been down for 2 years, and I wish I got to it last year, because some of it, most of that's really good hardwood. Some of it got the bugs infested in, and they're hibernating right now, but gotta be careful when you bring them in the cabin. You gotta burn them quick. This is the outdoor fireplace. That is well seasoned, so we need pine, we can always throw that in. We have a whole bunch more over here that needs to be split, but that's for the fire pit outsides, and that could wait. We'll have to see what happens. You know, it snows here till April sometimes, so hopefully we have enough. If not, I don't know. But we don't come up as much in the winter because we're off grid. It's freaking freezing. We still come up and check on the place and have a great weekend getaway, Jen and I, but there's not much you could do. You're always just snowed in. You know, you go out, you maintain the pathways, you have some fun. If you're a subscriber, you know, Jen and I come up here, I don't know, once, twice a month in the winter, and we always have a blast, and just a nice, that's when it's just a nice little getaway, and we relax, watch a lot of TV. Jen reads her books, and I come out here and play in the snow, and it'll be here before you know it. It's already been here visiting us, the snow. So we got snow blower wrapped. This thing, I haven't turned it over. I neglected it. Wait till I get the shed. It's going in the shed. It's going to get maintained better. Definitely got an oil change. Got to clean up the engine a little bit. I had a lot of spiders and crap on it. The tarp, that's a heavy duty tarp. It feels like this is the last year it'll be used, because it feels like it's dry rotted and it's going to start just crumbling. Let's see, what else? I don't know what else. Stump grinder is definitely going to be going in the shed as soon as that's up next year. I'm going to keep this looking nice and new. Let's see. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Jen and I haven't decided what we're doing with the rest of our day. We gotta wait till actually this cool down a little before I cover it. And what else? That's it. Generator's probably filled. The Eco's probably almost done. I'm gonna shut off the gas powered generator, top it off for next time, because you know I'm taking the EcoFlow home with me. We'll be offline. Tell my neighbor, and yeah, we'll be up possibly next weekend. I know I got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff at work. We got Christmas parties coming up. We got a lot of stuff that's taking up weekends, so we're not going to be coming up all the time, but we will be popping in. So go ahead and subscribe so you can follow along with us with our adventures, and see what else we get done up here, if anything. Jen, I think she's planning on putting up the Christmas tree right now. She's too much, but I think this cabin's nice and warm now. When I peeked in there last time, it was 70 degrees. I think Jennifer wants to go into town. I'm gonna just leave a snowblower in there and go into town if she wants. We want to go up to Twice Blessed. They were closed for like remodeling or something. Oh, I think I saw a snowflake. They were closed for remodeling, so we couldn't go up last week, and she just wants to go up and check it out. So let's see what we could get into. This is probably going to be a very short episode. Just one day up at the cabin. Tomorrow morning we're outie.
Early the next morning.
It's early in the morning. I've been up for about an hour. Made the coffee. Started the fire back up. It's so great having the ceiling on the cabin. It warmed up like almost 18 degrees in less than an hour. It's ridiculous. And I'd even put like a massive fire in. We're watching a little off-grid with Chris and Chrissy, I believe that it is. It's one of our faves. They have a really good channel. She puts together good videos, and I enjoy watching it. But we love our Sunday mornings at the cabin, don't we, Jen? Jen's walking around in her pajamas over there, and she just made me some breakfast. And we just veg out, watch our YouTube, a little news with YouTube, catch up with all our YouTube channels, and just relax. Relax. And that's what it's all about. We got the fire. It's so cozy in here. So this is what it's about. We wish we could do this every morning. Someday, maybe we will. All right, folks. So we're up. We're done watching TV. We're done eating. Breakfast is done. Just got dressed. Want to take a walk down to the creek. I'm gonna be disconnecting the EcoFlow, throwing that in the back of the truck, take it home, box it up, ship it tomorrow. So yeah, so it is about 32 degrees out right now, and every time I look over at the shed stuff, I'm just pissed me off. But it is what it is. Basically, as I explained before, if I was probably like started a month ahead of before, it's just we have time waits for no one. I tell everybody this all the time. You have to get up. You got to get off that couch and start making shit happen. If you get too lazy or just sitting around, life will pass you by. So get your ass up. Go do some things. I got some comments from my last video. Thanks for everyone that was commented. I'm glad that I have motivated a lot of you, or continue to motivate people to do things. The shed build, basically, yes, I could roll the dice. I could have, yesterday was all wet, but I could have started framing. I wouldn't have been able to raise the walls yesterday because I just didn't have enough time. Even if I stuck around very late to today, I could have probably raised the walls, got it all framed out. Problem is I'm not 100% sure if I can make it back next week due to my schedule and other obligations, but I am planning, on coming back up next weekend. The problem is, will it have a foot of snow? I don't know. It's November. Usually it starts snowing somewhere around this time. And like I said, when I looked on the cameras and I saw the snow coming down and it stuck. There was snow. There's no way I'm getting on ladders and all by myself doing things because I have no help. And it is what it is. I make it happen, but you have to really plan it out. And like I said, I like to plan things out, and this was not well planned out because of other things going on. And I think I should have really planned it out and just took like a week off. The only problem is I could not take any time off from work, like for several months now. It was just a no-go. Could not do it. I have the weeks, I just couldn't do it. I was not allowed to, let's say. And if you wanna, sometimes it depends what type of job you have. Sometimes people be like, well, screw it, I'm taking the time off, I have it. In my position, I can't do that. So the shed will have to wait, and that's it. Maybe I'll have a couple of my buddies come up and help me when I start putting it up. Long story short, like I said all along, it's going to take me 4 days to get it probably dried in. It'll take me a day to frame the walls, a day to put up the walls, and to put up all the trusses. Then either that day I could start putting the sheets of plywood on the roof, and if I got it all done, I would have to also put out the ice and water shield, and at that point I would wrap the sides. Once the wrap's up, once the roof's on with the ice and water shield, I'm dried in. I could probably go all winter without a problem. The problem is by myself, that would take at least 4 days. At least, maybe even more. If everything went smooth, maybe 4 days. And I don't have 4 days. I didn't have 4 days for a while. And who knows, with the weather, I'm just not going to risk having half of it exposed to weather, rain, and then ruin thousands of dollars in material sitting through a Vermont winter waiting for me to get over there. It's just safer this way. You can see just a small amount of time where wood sits in rain or anything, how quickly mold and stuff like that could come. So I'm trying to avoid all that shit. And I did have a comment, someone asking why I did build a stick built shed. I commented on that. It is a stick built shed. I think what you're saying is why I didn't build the trusses myself. And long story short is because exactly what's happening right now. I was like, it would save me a lot of time just have them shipped out here. But did it save me time? Because it took a lot longer to get them than I thought. So it took maybe about 3 weeks to get them. I might have been able to put the shed up if I wasn't waiting for the trusses. Not sure, because like I said, the time I had and the help I had was none. So it was all a gamble. So that being said, springtime, here we come. But really, you have to plan out builds like this. But I have the permit. The permit's good for, I think it's like a year or two. I have to read it. But the permit's good for a year. Yeah, creek has water in it, as you could tell. It's been a very dry summer. But the creek is running. I have to clean all this up. I have to clean all that up. Put the creek troll back on his log over there. Yeah, I'm getting excited though, because get the shed up. I got my new zero turn for next year. Don't have to worry about that crap. Also, it would be nice to clean up all down here. Try to get the drainage ditch. I'm gonna try to basically dig a ditch for the drainage. Don't wash out this whole end. Like this whole end I could never get down to in the summer because it all washes out, all becomes shit. And it gets like 3 feet of growth down here. So it'll be nice to really start working on the property, have them work on my trails, and that's all coming this summer. Definitely, finishing up all the little odds and ends, the trim, stuff like that for the cabin, and start working on the trails, doing outdoor projects, building the hidden garden, maybe moving the solar panels back by the garden I have now. A lot of stuff going to be happening. I say this every year, and then it's the following year. But I got a couple things accomplished this year. Not as much as I would like. See that stone wall right there? Now you can see it. I'm not sure I'm going to tackle into any of that. But this one here, I'm going to pick that up and move it up to the top. And I'm going to build myself a stone wall. I really always wanted to do that. And that's going to be for the entryway on the side yard to go into. I call it the hidden garden because that's a TV show that Jen and I watched years ago, and I told her, "Oh, I'm gonna make a secret garden." A secret garden. I like that look with the stone walls. Have an archway entrance into the side yard here. Let's go look at the other little spot in the creek. So cold. I was going to run the Thanksgiving Day 5K, but I kind of started slacking off with running. I don't know what I did. That's another problem. I might have slightly torn something in my shoulder. Hopefully not my rotator cuff, but I was doing a dip and I actually heard my shoulder. I heard something tearing. I stopped. I got off. I had extreme pain in my shoulder. But I always have something. I always have a problem with my shoulders been bothering me or something. But this was really noticeable. And I said, oh shit. So like for 2 weeks it's been bothering me. It only bothers me like when I reach up like that. But I could still do this. So I know it's not a rotator like tear, or I wouldn't be able to do that. Could have been just something else like down by the tricep area. But if I pick up something with weight like that right now, so it's gonna be hard for me to build a shed right this second with that problem as well. But yeah, it's feeling better every day. I just gotta take a break from the gym, lay off the weights. I've been laying off the weights for a couple of years now with my elbow issues and stuff. But yeah, now I really gotta lay off the weights and maybe just concentrate a little bit on my cardio. I've been running really well for the last year. When I lost the weight, it's just been very easy to run. Yeah, this looks good. A little waterfall looks great down here, as you can see. The creek looks great. I can't wait to work on the property. I'm gonna clean all this up, get rid of the down trees. You'll see. Subscribe, follow along my adventures. I would love to put some type of little bridge in right here. Put a bench over there. You could come down here and sit. We'll see what happens. Like I said, you know, everything takes time. The winter is coming soon. I won't be able to walk this trail at all. There's like a beginning of cleaning up over here. Like 3 years ago I made that stick pile. I came down here. I actually took some of our, I think it was a big birch that came down. I cut it all up, if you remember that episode. And then I walked it out to the path, each piece. I backed my truck up, loaded it. I think that was last year. Brought it up, split it all, and that was last year's firewood. But yeah, every year the property gets a little better. But it takes time and a lot of hard work. But I love it. I love it. Jen loves it. We love it up here. So peaceful. Yeah. Maybe a couple of years from now, over there, put a little cabin in the woods. How cool would that be? Maybe a real cabin, like a log built cabin. Maybe I'll give that's something I'm thinking about. Probably not. Probably dimensional lumber, but that'll be fun. Put up a little small, I don't know, 4x8, just enough for like a little cabin in the woods. Put some bunk beds. Anybody come over, they're brave enough they get to go sleep down Justice's Trail in the little cabin in the woods. Everyone's so scared. Every time I sell someone, oh, they come up. And I was like, yeah, we'll put a tent outside for you. I'm not sleeping in no tent. I'm not shitting in no woods. I'm not going to the bathroom in an outhouse. Yeah, so everyone's so scared. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh, it's so cold here. Over here, have to fix this too. This is a big problem. Get all the washout. There's some, it comes off the back hill and it collects. They dug like little ditches up here and it collects a lot of water, and the water seeps down, comes over here. Over here I had a drainage that drained this way, but I ran it over with my truck last weekend or 2 weekends ago. So somehow I have to fix the drainage, because it still, everything comes off and floods this pathway. So I have to put some drainage, probably something to about here, and have it go, maybe put a pipe. You see it right here draining. and just come out into the field over here instead of washing the path away. But I should have grabbed a little bit more of this wood here. This is really good stuff. I still could, maybe next time I come up, if it's not freezing. But I would like to in the future, maybe right here, flat, clean this out here, or go down even further. Maybe right here, there's a nice flat spot right over here. And just build a little tiny off-grid cabin, just right there. So you come up to visit me, I got friends come up to visit me. If you can see the cabin behind me, after we get done around the campfire, say, okay, go to your little cabin. My friends are scared. They're like, those wimps. I'm not going over there. It's too dark, too scary. But I think it's funny. I'm sure some of my buddies would love it. But I think I would. Only thing I worry about is there's nothing out here that'll bother you. Black bear is like probably the only thing that you would have to worry about, but they're not coming over here to bother you unless you're serving them food. They're scared of you. But I don't know. It's too dark. It's too dark in these woods. I find it hilarious. Another thing I would love to do is sometime down the road, don't know when, but sometime down the road, is clear out a path like deep in the woods and just build like a 16 by 16 rec room. I don't think that's ever going to happen. It's just something I thought about. Go over there, have a pool table, a big wood burning stove, like one of those big 55-gallon drum wood burning stoves, and just like come up, put a bunch of logs in there, get it all heated up, and then if you have a bunch of people up, you can go to the rec room. But I don't know, just things that Jen and I kick around, ideas. Oh boy, this is great. The trail is clear. Oh, let me head back. I gotta pack up. I gotta get my EcoFlow out. Oh boy. Nothing like a nice walk in the woods. All right, folks. Well, that's the end of this one. Thanks so much for joining me on another adventure up in the Vermont woods at the off-grid cabin. I will probably see you one or two more times before Christmas, but if you check in once in a while, I'll put up a short or maybe something on my Facebook, give everyone a shout out. But thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, follow along. Those of you that just ran across this this YouTube video, I'm falling into water. For those of you that just stumbled across my channel, hit subscribe, follow along. You'll see in springtime, you'll see me build the shed. All right, everyone, have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Do me a favor, you know what that is, hit that thumbs up, especially if you watch me for this long. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit the notification bell if you want to hear when I have time to run my mouth more. And I'll see you all in the next one, I hope. Have a blessed one. Peace.